I am a representative of a company, and today I will be talking about the science behind fireworks, the reason why they explode in your hand when you try to touch them, why they make certain shapes, and what happens when you mix certain colors together. And finally, how you can make your own at home. But first, a quick introduction to our channel. We love to break down complex science topics so that they're fun, easy to understand, and most importantly, interesting to you. With that side, let's get straight into it. Have you ever wondered how fireworks work? It's hard to imagine something so destructive being based on simple chemistry. But it's true. At their core, fireworks are just burning chemicals. They use different combinations of sulfur, chlorine, copper, carbon, and several other elements to produce the beautiful light show we all know and love. But putting these chemicals together isn't as simple as mixing some flour and water to make pancakes. It takes a lot of precision and care to make sure each firework goes off just right. So much so that several companies have popped up over the years that sell firework kits for people who want to make their own. Companies like Mad Science, which makes a kit for about $100, or Firework Kits, which sells its kit for nearly $700. But before we tell you how you could be making your own fireworks at home, we need to talk about how professionals make theirs. Fireworks come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. Some shoot upwards in fountains of light. Others explode outward in beautiful spheres of color. To get these different effects, manufacturers must carefully combine several chemical ingredients, including fuel, an oxidizer, and a binder. These three components are combined in a particular order with precise measurements to ensure that the firework will burn properly. When the fireworks are done, these chemicals turn into gas, which expands rapidly and produces the bright light we associate with fireworks. This expansion is known as though deflagration is a chemical reaction that releases energy. It is not the same as a combustion reaction like the one that powers your car or the one that keeps your fireplace nice and toasty. Combustion reactions release energy by burning fuels with oxygen in the air, whereas the reaction that powers fireworks is slower and doesn't require oxygen. This is important to note because if the fuel in a firework burned in the same way that gasoline does, they wouldn't be much fun to watch. Instead of exploding in a beautiful display of color, they would simply burn out in a matter of seconds. These chemical reactions also produce tremendous amounts of pressure. Enough pressure, in fact, to blow apart the shell of the firework. Manufacturers must carefully balance these chemicals to ensure that the explosion happens outside of the firework shell. If it happens too early, the firework won't reach its full potential before being blown apart. If it happens too late, well, you might see a bit more than you bargained for. Remember those mortar-style fireworks you see at big professional displays? Well, they get their shape from the way manufacturers add these chemicals. By adding the oxidizer and fuel in layers, manufacturers can direct the path the fireworks take through the air. Since hot gases rise, they place the oxidizer, which is less dense, at the top, and the fuel, which is denser, at T-bottom. This creates a gas that rises in a cone shape, which gives mortar their signature look. Now you might be wondering why fireworks are spherical rather than shaped like a javelin or a hammer. That has to do with the way these chemicals burn. You see, the chemicals that make fireworks burn don't burn evenly. They tend to burn outwards from the center of the firework. This means that if you wanted to shape a firework into something like a hammer, you would have to constantly feed it more chemicals while it's going off, which is extremely dangerous and difficult to do. Not to mention, it would probably run out of fuel before it even got off the ground. For this reason, fireworks tend to be spherical or cone-shaped, two shapes that can easily be formed without constantly feeding chemicals into the burning mixture. You may have also noticed that fireworks aren't actually any one solid color. If you look closely at any firework, you'll notice that they're made up of small bits of different colored fireworks bunched together. This is intentional. By combining different colored fireworks, manufacturers can produce a wide variety of colors. By combining yellow and blue, for instance, they can make green. By combining red and blue, they can make purple. And by combining red and green, they can make turquoise. Now we're going to learn how you can make your own fireworks at home. But before we move on, we would like to thank our sponsor, Brilliant.o. Whether you're into coding, math, science, or just want to level up your problem-solving skills, Brilliant's interactive courses make learning really fun and engaging. With thousands of lessons covering topics from foundational and advanced math to AI and data science, there's something for everyone. One course we really like is calculus. In a nutshell, with just 61 interactive lessons, you'll learn everything from limits and derivatives to integrals and infinite series. And if calculus isn't for you, maybe you want to check out their everyday math course where you'll learn how to think critically about everyday situations that require math skills, like shopping, voting, and cooking. It's time to make some fireworks. There are a few different ways you can go about doing this, but none of them are particularly safe or easy. In 2019, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission reported over 1,600 injuries related to fireworks, many of them from homemade fireworks. Please use extreme caution if you decide to make your own fireworks. There are several different types of homemade fireworks, including fire plows, which are long sticks with a burning mixture attached to one end. As the mixture burns, it drags along the ground, leaving a trail of sparks in its wake. Then there are bottle rockets, which are essentially just empty plastic bottles filled with fireworks. When the fireworks inside ignite, the gases produced shoot the rocket into the air. Then there are Roman candles, which consist of small bits of fireworks packed tightly into a tube. A small charge is placed at one end of the tube, and when lit, the entire tube goes off in a beautiful burst of color. While you can find recipes for these sorts of fireworks online, it is important to remember that making fireworks at home is extremely dangerous and should only be done by adults in a controlled environment. The chemicals used to make fireworks are highly flammable and explosive and can cause serious injury or even death if mishandled. Additionally, fireworks produce tremendous amounts of heat and light and can easily start fires if not handled properly. That being said, if you do decide to make your own fireworks, please make sure to take all safety precautions and follow local laws and regulations regarding fireworks. So now you know the science behind fireworks, from the chemicals that make them go off to the shapes they take and the colors they produce. Hopefully you enjoyed learning a little bit more about the world around you. If you did, please follow us. And if you're feeling extra generous, please like and share. Thanks for watching.